Hey, what's going on YouTube? Raven89 here, and today doing a little bit something different. Today we're going to talk about Phasmophobia, the new game that's in early access that everyone's raving about. I love the game. I'm level like 103 at this point. I know I have no life, I'm sorry. But today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for the game if you want to do well and get to level 100 like I did. I'm not pro, just telling you. I just put a lot of time into it. But here are my tips that I wish I knew, and I'm gonna share them with you. So check out the video and let's get it going. Let's go. So Phasmophobia, awesome game. If you don't know what the game is, it's basically a ghost hunting game. Up to 4 people can play. You go into a house, you search the house for just different evidence, and try to classify the ghost and leave. Basically, that's all it is. You just gotta stay alive. That's all you gotta do. Some jump scares here and there. That's the whole essence of the game, is like the feeling of fear and dread of the ghost popping out of nowhere to scare the crap out of you or kill you. So it's pretty awesome. But here are my top 5 tips for this game. Number 5. Learn the items. This is super important. So one of the biggest items that you're going to be using is the journal. So the main thing you want to do is learn what the journal does. It explains what the items do. It explains the ghost characteristics, what their pros and weaknesses are. Whenever you take pictures of something in the game, like if, for example, you take a picture of a bone or some type of evidence, if it says the name above the picture of what it is, like interaction or whatever, you're getting money for it. So check the journal to ensure that your pictures are registering for that cash money, because money is very important when you're trying to level up. And then lastly, the last page of the journal is how you really decide or decipher what type of ghost you're dealing with. You have 3 evidence slots. Whatever evidence you discover, you move it over to that slot, and then at the bottom you classify your ghost. Now as you put 1 or 2 evidences in there and you're still working on that 3rd one, if you scroll through the bottom, you can actually see it actually eliminates what ghost it can't be for you. So you only see the ghost that it can still fall within those 2 evidences categories. So that's super helpful when you're first starting off. That's pretty much it. Any other items that you really need to know is something you can find in the map are bones. Bones is actually just cash money. You can pick it up, but also you can take a picture before you pick it up and you get some extra money that way. Also out in the field you see keys everywhere. Those open certain doors. Other keys, car keys can actually turn off the car alarm when a ghost sometimes sets it off. So, and you can actually set it off yourself too, to kind of make the ghost angry, which is pretty cool. Also, knowing your push to talk button, you need to be able to speak to this ghost, because one of the items is the spirit box, where you speak into the box and the ghost, if it is a type of ghost that would speak back, that's how it does it. So learn how to use the spirit box, the voice activation, and just learn what you can about the items out there, and it will definitely help you out a lot. Number 4, focus on locating first. As soon as you get in that house, the first thing you want to do, one of the first things you want to do is do a general sweep of the entire house, either using an EMF 5, which basically calculates or identifies any paranormal activity that occurs within the house, or using the thermometer. So as soon as you walk into the house, usually it will have a certain type of degree that's generally around the entire house, and then once you see that temperature drop, you just found the location of the ghost. So the first thing you want to do is, when you go in there, find the ghost location. The other thing you also want to look for as you're looking, and these are things that you're passively looking for while you're looking for the ghost room. That's what I usually call it. Generator. Sometimes the lights get turned off by the ghost, and having lights on as you search actually lessens the depletion rate of your sanity. So turning lights on while you're searching is a really good idea, but the ghost is able to turn off the generator, so locating that generator is super important. on the map in the van, it actually tells you where the generator is, but just seeing it in the actual house and how to get there is a really good idea. So keep an eye out on that. And then also the bone, knowing where the bone is, like I said, it's extra cash money. Just find where it is. Next time you have a picture camera, take a picture of it, pick it up, and that's just some extra side cash. So, but sweep for the ghost first. Don't go in there just messing around or whatever. I mean, if you want to mess around, you know, however you want to play, it's your play style, whatever. But search for the ghost first. And know where your closets are, and I'm gonna explain why that's important as well. General rooms are also good, like bathrooms and things like that, but closets are really important, really good to know where they are. So, and I'll explain that later on in the countdown. Number 3, prioritize buying good items. So in the initial, you're really stuck with like the basic flashlight and things like that, and as you level up, you get to unlock other better items. So let me just tell you right now, do not go crazy when you first start playing this game buying mad items. Just buy what you need, because eventually the items that you're buying will get better. For example, that flashlight, the basic flashlight they give you for free, it's trash. Once you hit, I think it's like level 6, you're able to buy the strong flashlight, which is so much better. So don't go crazy. Now the only thing is, every time you die and you put items into the match, besides the freebie ones, if you die, you're losing those items. So just be careful what you put, how much you put in there. Try to kind of spread it out with all the teammates. Let someone put in, you know, some of these items, another person put another of these items, and then you put these items, and then it kind of equalizes everything out, and not everyone's out a crap load of money, you know what I'm saying? But prioritize saving money and saving up for good items. For example, the strong flashlight, cameras, like the actual still cameras that you actually can get video feed off of. Picture cameras are really important, because those are what's needed to be able to get cash money for a lot of the side objectives. Salt, super important as well. And then smudging sticks and lighters. In order for a smudging stick to work, you need the lighter along with it. So those are also, and crucifixes, they stop huntings that the ghost can initiate and try to kill a specific person. So all those items are super important. You don't unlock them until later, but once you unlock them, you really want them. So save your money when you're first starting off the game. Just buy the bare minimum of what you need, and try to prioritize doing all of the side objectives that you can and get that side money. Number 2, and not a lot of people do this, but I find it super helpful. Use the salt. So once you're able to unlock the salt, what the salt does is you put it, each salt package has 3 charges. You can put 3 little piles of salt on the ground. So what I use the salt for, and I think it's super helpful, is once you find the trigger room or the ghost room where the ghost is kind of hanging out, as soon as you get there, I basically close off the entrance. So say that it's in one of the bedrooms, I put 1 pile of salt at the inside of the room in front of the door, put 1 on the outside of the door in front of the room, and then I put 1, if it's a hallway, put it like near the end of the hallway or something like that. And what salt does is, anytime that the ghost starts moving around and, you know, tries to leave the room, the salt will actually initiate the salt, and you can see it got stepped in. That's such a good indicator of where the ghost is, because say that you have the one in the front door inside the room and one outside of the front door. The one on the inside got stepped on, but the other one did not. The ghost is still in the room, and that's super good knowledge, because if you find out that that ghost is out of the room, then you have to go searching for the ghost again, and that could severely injure your time of survivability and your sanity in the game. So use the salt, use that knowledge to know exactly where the ghost is. If the salt never gets touched, then it's still in the room. It didn't move. Unless you chose the wrong room, then you're kind of out of luck of salt charges. So use the salt. It's a good idea. Just do it. And number 1, and this is kind of the obvious one, stay alive. So some things you can do to stay alive: conserve your sanity. When you go into the house, turn some lights on. I know it kind of kills the scary vibe of like doing the game or whatever, which is fine. You want the scariness and make it harder for yourself, cool, go ahead, do it, it's all good. But turning on lights actually it slows down, like significantly slows down the depletion of your sanity, which the lower your sanity gets, the higher the chance that the ghost will go into hunting mode to try to kill you. So turning lights on helps significantly with letting your sanity stay higher, so you can basically survive for longer or increase your chances of surviving longer without entering hunts on the ghost. You can collect more evidence in maybe 1 or 2 tries and you'll still be at like 70% sanity, and that's really good. So turn some lights on, that's awesome. The thing that I mentioned earlier in the video, know where your closets are. So when the ghost goes into hunting mode, you have about, I don't know, 5 seconds before it actually starts chasing. So one really good idea is when you go searching through the house, knowing where your closets are, and when you're doing your investigating, just know where your closets are. As soon as you see your flashlight turning on and off, it's going in hunting mode. It's running time or hiding time. So if it's running time, if it's hunting, you go to the closest closet, close the door behind you, turn off your lights and any other items that you have that have electricity, like spirit box or anything like that, turn them all off. And you'll be technically hiding. Most likely the ghost won't get you. The only time the ghost will actually get you while you're in the closet is if you're speaking, because it can hear you still. So don't talk either, because it will hear you and then it will kill you. So the only time it can really catch you is if you're speaking in the closet, like making noises and stuff, or if you like still have one of your electronics on or something, or if you're moving back and forth in the closet a lot, it will hear that and it will open up the closet. It won't even open up the closet, it'll kill you through the closet. It doesn't care. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat your booty, let's go. So that was unnecessary, but yeah, like know where your closets are, hide in them and things like that. Some houses don't even have closets, so what I usually do in those circumstances is you run away from where you're doing evidence at, go into the closest room, close the door behind you, turn off the light, turn off your flashlight, any electronics, and go to the very corner of the room. If there's anything you can even hide behind, that's even better. But you want to get into another room that's not the ghost room as soon as possible, so it's less likely to find you and kill you. Staying alive is so important, because if you die in a match and like the rest of your team goes on and finishes the match and they get it right, you're not getting like any money. You're getting like no money, and then you'll get maybe a little bit of money for the lost equipment that you put into it. So, and then your XP gain is severely cut too. So staying alive is super important. That's why keeping your sanity high as possible is super important, and also knowing your escape routes and knowing where to hide from ghost huntings is super important. So those are my 5 tips. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. If you have any other tips, let me know in the comment section. I'm sure people would love to know more about this game. I love the game. I know lots of people that love the game. We're all hype about it. It's only in early access, so I'm super excited to see what else this team can put into the game, make it better and make it more fun. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment section below, like the video, subscribe, that'd be freaking awesome. Check out Mrs. Raven's video this week talking about mental health and the benefits of having pets with mental health and that whole subject. So check out that video and I'll catch y'all later. Much Raven love. Peace out.